Grand Rising. What does true ascension look like? We're all going to learn today. It's a powerful time. It's a time for restoring balance. It's a time for getting the people back into alignment. And you're going to be called to do something. God's going to give you a little nudge. And this true ascension is getting us to where we need to be in our lives, the truthful, authentic representation of who we are. So it's Grand Rising. Hit 555 if you hear me on the live stream. It's good to see everyone. A lot of people, they're waking up, literally waking up and spiritually waking up. We have a lot to do today. We have a lot to discuss. We have story time with Uncle Mike. I think I'll save the funny story for the end. You know, a lot of people, they get into spirituality. They get into ascension, and they kind of go off the rails, right? And this is a message. This is the journey of alignment, getting back into alignment, restoring balance. A lot of people, you're getting this, you know this. You know that the world has been out of balance, out of alignment. Grand Rising, Scotty, yeah, there's a big shift that's happening right now. You know, and I've shared that. I did a full video, signs that you're leveling up. And during that time, it might get really quiet. It might get real still. God wants you to be real still during that time, because big change is coming. Big change is coming your way. Big change is coming our way, right? It's happening across the world. It's very intense this summer, and it's going to keep rising throughout this year. And in today's lesson, we're going to learn about what true ascension looks like, the collapse of the old way, the fake and the artificial. You are rapidly seeing it right now. You might see the fake, the artificial get loud and dramatic because they actually feast off of your attention, but they're actually finished. Old behavior patterns are rapidly collapsing right now. You could get the fires, the flames rolling in the chat right now. And this is the way. You don't have to get nervous, and also don't fall for it, right? Don't fall for the trips. Oh yeah, just come back to the old way. Let's go back to the old way. Don't fall for the victim, the false victim mentality, the traps that are set for your spiritual awakening. Not only are you waking up, but the entire collective is waking up. So we're also going to see, you know, there's a lot of gloom and doom out there. That's one of the things that's going on. But there's also going to be a push. Oh no, look, don't go away. Why don't you come back? So this is the drama. The drama continues. And as we've shared for a long time, save the drama for your mama. You could write it in the comments. Save the drama for your mama. This light ship is moving forward. We're all moving forward. We're out in the sun today, right? We're getting the DNA activated. It's all falling into place. So we have very, very powerful message today. I'm grateful for every one of you joining us. We're going to learn about true ascension, what it looks like through everyday life examples. So if you're just stumbling in, could you kindly hit the like button? I am very grateful for that. It helps others find this world-famous live stream, and we pass it forward. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We have daily videos and discussions, 9 a.m. Eastern time every single day. So you have a community, you have a channel, that you have something that's going to expand your consciousness on a daily basis. That's where we have to be. Scott M., thank you so much for that. In an attitude of gratitude, you speak the truth, and you are the real deal. So blessed to be in the band, High Commander. I appreciate you, Scott. It's my honor to be here. It's my honor to show up every day. It's my honor to be the lighthouse. It's my honor to be out in the light. We could see it all in the light. And that's what's happening in the world. You know, some people are new to this. They're stumbling in. And you're seeing there's increased solar activity. These massive solar flares is expanding our consciousness. It's a time period of going from dark to light, and we're going to be discussing this throughout this video. It's a very important time. What's in the dark? And what's in the dark that has not been addressed is the state of our men, okay? The state of our men. And I'm going to share a real life story today that I share about my sauna talks. So I go to the gym, and there's a sauna in the gym, and you'd be surprised how many men, you know, they're speaking, we're talking, we're sharing everyday life stories, and the world actually needs to hear these everyday life stories. So June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. You could also write that in the comments and share this video so you could help support our men as well. So, you know, when we think about old behavior patterns, when we think about the old, the drama, the parasitical energy, this is where we're headed as a society. And if you're looking at the world and you say to yourself, you know, I don't understand what's wrong with the world. Why are things getting weaker and weaker? Why are things falling apart? Okay, a lot of people look outside for the enemy, but the enemy actually might be within your own home. The enemy might be right before your very eyes, and you are being drained like a human battery. So yesterday, there was a man, he might be watching right now, and I told you I'm going to share this story because people need to hear this story. And he's a police officer, and he shared, because we were talking about one of our men in the gym that was taken advantage of by the female covert narcissist, right? So a lot of people aren't seeing what's going on. A lot of men are living their lives not in comfort, but they're constantly looking over their shoulder in their own home. So this man is a police officer, and he shared, you know, this is what goes on. And the world needs to hear what actually goes on. And he said, you know, he knows 5 men in his own police station where he works. He goes, you know, we get a pretty nice pension. And he said, these women, they'll marry, and the second that they're up for retirement, they get a divorce, and they take half their pension. And he was sitting in the sauna, and he was explaining this to me. So, you know, a lot of people, they might get trapped, and marriage is being weaponized in modern society. If I'm speaking the truth, why don't you hit the like button? So he said, you know what, my wife, she's also a police officer, so she's in the same boat. And a lot of men, they get tricked into a marriage, and a parasite lies dormant. And people are saying, why don't we have strong men in this world? Because they're not being supported by women, by strong women. Now, his wife, he's sharing this from his lens, from what he saw from his fellow men at work. But he said that his wife is also a police officer, so they both have pensions, they both have everything. But a lot of times, women are looking for an opportunity, not for love. Okay, women are looking for not all women, right? But this is a very terrible thing that's been going on in society lately. And this has been happening because of the subconscious programs of social media. This is how you're supposed to act. Let's reap and consume. Let's be a parasite. So he sat in the sauna, and he tells me that the police officers, and thank you. I'm actually going to share another story about police officers as we go forward with this video today. Police officers, they get a great pension, and he knows 5 people in his own precinct that the wife divorced them once they reached retirement and took half the pension. And, you know, people said, oh, is she going to do that to me? And he goes, no, you know, she's doing her own work, and she has her own pension. And that's the problem. And we were discussing this. And one of the things about the falsehood of the fake matrix marriage, and I've seen this, I know women, right? our women need to be protected as well. But I know other women that actually did everything, and there's the lazy Tom sitting on the couch doing nothing, and she lost out, and she lost out on her house. So many people are waking up. As we're changing as society, as we're expanding our consciousness, we are seeing the traps that are weaponized in marriage. If you are awake and aware that marriage has been weaponized, that it's actually not about love, okay, why don't you leave comments on this video and share this video so others see this. So, you know, to hear the story about the police officers and how, you know, their pension was being taken advantage of, we have to start learning about these things. A lot of people are saying, why are more and more men, quality men, Sigma men? Are you a Sigma male? Let us know. Why are they staying single? When you have self-value, when you value yourself, when you have self-respect, and you see what's going on out there, and you that's what I'm trying to share with men and all the soul sisters of the violet flame. I know spirituality is more dominant within women, but I'm here to try to help our men embrace the spiritual immune system, if you will, that I had. You know, when I was younger, a lot of my friends said, "Oh, you have such foresight," and I'm trying to help men get in tune with, you know, what you feel. There was a time period in my life I didn't listen to myself, and I caused a lot of damage in my solar plexus region. And if you're a man and you're listening to this, you know, you really have to listen to your gut. So sometimes we're given programs, you need to do certain things, you have to act a certain way, but we have to listen to our gut, we have to have self-respect, and we have to be smart, okay? And not fall for these traps. So, you know, by him sharing that yesterday, this is not, you know, and I know there's new people to the channel all the time. So many people in one gym in recent times, and this is going over the course of my life. We're seeing this front and center. If you're saying to yourself, why are we failing as a society? We're failing as a society because we don't have the structure at home. We don't have the authentic family structure. Men cannot be looking over their shoulder. If I'm leading 1 million people here, right? I can't be looking over my shoulder with Jezebel trash next to me. I need to stay alone. I'd rather be alone. All right, Tesla said, be alone. That's where ideas were born. And Tesla, there's a quote about Tesla, and he talked about the female over-competing with male instead of working together. He saw this coming. This is going back almost 100 years ago. All right, so you have to be conscious and aware of these things. And you know, together as a community, we're raising awareness for this. So when you are going through your authentic ascension, you know, the things that I've seen, the things that God protected me from, I move forward on a daily basis to help support our men. This is my calling, right? And it's balanced. This is one of the side things. You know, when you go through your authentic ascension, authentic chosen ones, if you will, the 144,000, the Hopi prophecy, the Rainbow Warriors. You know, I talked about the Hopi tradition. You know, I studied Native American culture as well. And some people were complaining in the comments section about the Rainbow Warriors, okay? People have to start taking out the accountability mirror. Here on this channel, this is a channel of authentic ascension, an authentic channel to help you become the best version of yourself. We don't apologize, we move forward, and we speak the truth. And when our voice doesn't even shake at this time. So you have to stay focused on this, okay? I'm reading the chat right now, and this is what's going on in the world, okay? So, you know, I've shared this before. Depending on what I talk about, you know, like the other day I talked about divine masculine, and I've also talked about divine feminine. So everything. So what are we doing right now? We're achieving balance. This is about balance, about working together, about cooperation. What is the science? Dr. Bruce Lipton said it's not about competition, survival of the fittest when it comes to a species. It's about cooperation, makes it happen, cooperation, working together. Sesame Street told us this, right? But then there's the narcissist out there, the covert narcissist out there, the overt narcissist out there, and everyone's fighting each other. Everyone's parasiting off of each other. Everyone's trying to get ahead of each other instead of working together. When you do cooperation, there's science behind this. It's Dr. Bruce Lipton. You never listen to Dr. Bruce, you check out Dr. Bruce. All right, he's going to teach you as well. Right, we're all teaching. We're getting the teamwork is the dream work, Lisa B. I appreciate you, right? It's not easy to see. It's not hard to see who's who at this time period, okay? And that's why more and more it's important that we could connect and collaborate as a community. Connect, collaborate, community. That's the triple C. That's the triple C, baby. When I was talking about police officers, things are changing. In my area, there are two types of police officers and police officer vehicles. And it's almost like half and half. And, you know, some of the police, you know, cars, they'll say sheriff on it. But some of the police officer cars say public service assistant. And when you see a car pull up and it says public service assistant, don't you feel so welcome? Don't you feel like, hey, this person is here actually to help us? You know, I grew up in a place where, you know, police were told, and listen, they're doing what they were told to do. They're writing tickets. They're trying to meet a quota so that they could give the city money. All right, so doesn't that give you a lot of fear and anxiety? You see the police car, you get nervous inside, right? So what are they doing in my town? There says public service assistant. You could write that in the comments. What are we? We are public service assistants. So we don't see police, you know, we don't get nervous. We know that this man, this woman is coming to help us. Public service assistant. That's what we're doing right now. We are public service assistants. You're in service. You're getting rewarded for your service to the public. You are assisting people. When you see that word, those words, public service assistant. So, you know, since it was funny because that was the theme of yesterday. We had many themes yesterday. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to share story time. You want to hear a funny story? Your Uncle Mike is going to share a funny story about balance. There's a lot of people, you know this, they might be in the spiritual communities. They're out of balance, and we have to fix the balance. They have an idea in their head because they heard something. They're totally out of whack. They're totally out of balance. Your Uncle Mike's going to teach this in this video today. Hit the like button if you're just joining us on this world-famous live stream. I'm so grateful you're all here. It's a great day today. So that was you know, a big theme. That was a lot that was you know, that came up to the surface. When you think about, so I want you to think about it. So this man, he's sitting in the sauna. He's got to go to work. He's got to serve the public. How is this man, right? Or how can a man serve the public correctly when he goes home in his house? He's got to look over his shoulder and be concerned with Jezebel scum. If you're not aware, this is a spiritual time. This is a biblical time. And a lot of you know about Jezebel's spirit. Are you familiar with this? You have to understand, if you want to know more about this, you head over to the channel page, Cast Jezebel Out. Cast Jezebel out of your home. Get it out of your home immediately, if not sooner. Right? My mom used to say, immediately, if not sooner. Right? Preachers preach. I appreciate you, Angela. The angels are here, right? Preachers preach. You need to cast Jezebel out of your home immediately, if not sooner. How can that man, right? So he said he has a wonderful wife, and she's a police officer as well. How can that man? These are the things, the everyday life stories that we talk about on this channel. And I want you to analyze the situation. How can that man go to work and serve the public if he had to go home at night and worry about Jezebel getting ready to stab the knife in his back? Getting ready, right? These are parasites. These are not women. These are female covert narcissists. What you want to look at the spiritual aspect behind it, or if you want to look about what's more of the mainstream aspect. Okay, some people know about Jezebel's spirit. Some people know about the female covert narcissist. These people, they're distractions. And why are we not, Yeah, we know about that as well, Lisa B. And that's why, if you're getting this message, if you are a soul sister of the violet flame, if you are a powerful woman, right? Because that's what Jezebel spirit does. Jezebel spirit does not like to be told no. So then when Jezebel spirit, that's not love. When Jezebel spirit is told no, then they go on the attack. Then they try to destroy. What does the devil do? The devil comes to steal and destroy. Okay, hit the like button if your Uncle Mike is speaking the truth. So you have to learn about these things. Absolutely. You have to know about the Trojan horses. They come into your life. A lot of people in society. What is true ascension? True ascension is becoming who you truthfully are. All right, if you're new to the channel, we went on soul retrieval last month. Right? Did you retrieve more of your soul? Your Uncle Mike retrieved the rest of his soul, and now we're doing true ascension right now. Not BS ascension, not this looks good with a unicorn and rainbow on social media. This is true ascension. Everyone, 1,000 people, you could write it in the comment section. This is true ascension. True ascension is dealing with the authentic problems in the world. I bet you might have got on this message today. You didn't even know that June was Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I have spoke to many, and I told some of my men in the gym, right? I lead all day long. My everyday life is the battlefield, right? High commander goes into the gym. I told my men in the gym, I said, I'm going to talk about this. And what was the natural reaction? Oh, you can't talk about those women will attack you. There is a subconscious fear within men, okay? Women, if you know this, men, if you know this, leave it in the comments. Let's speak the truth. Let's get this out there. There's actually men that are afraid. How can a man become the highest version of himself? People want strong men. People want leaders, right? We want to lead the charge. How can they do this when they come home and they have to look over their shoulder? They're worried about half their stuff being taken away, right? This is true ascension, right? So when I look at what God tells me, right, I stay focused, I have no fear, I move forward, and I address the real problems of society, not the fake victimhood. And again, there are multiple things. So how do you go about this? There are many problems in society, okay? And again, today's message is more dominant on men's mental health awareness. There's also, women that are mistreated. And we don't condone that as well. But what happens in society, right? This is about society. It's about the narcissistic energy within people. And a lot of it's just the way of the world. Who created this? Social media, okay? You can't really blame people, but someone has to take his big hammer and smash this apart to smithereens, and then we will build it up from the ground up. I talked about how God, if you missed yesterday's very powerful message, 1 year ago, an energy hit this earth. It was documented in the Schumann resonance. You might be getting this message right now. You said, wow, my life changed so much. Some people know about this term called the rapture, right? It's a frequency split. The fake, the inorganic, the inauthentic needs to leave. What is the science behind this? There's another doctor, Dr. Gabor. I speak about it. I was actually watching Dr. Gabor last night. And, he says if you are not living an authentic life, your physical health, the body is gonna give you ailments, right? When you are in alignment, when you are living an authentic life, your health increases. You get younger and stronger, right? Your Uncle Mike is younger and stronger than ever before. When you don't have stress, the stress could be at the workplace. The stress for both men and women could be because you got trapped by the covert narcissist. You didn't see it coming. It lied dormant. It lied dormant like a Trojan horse. And that covert narcissist lied dormant. And then you went deeper and deeper and deeper, and you got all these things. And that's why more and more people are waking up to the truth about marriage and the satanic ring of Saturn and all these other things that trap you. And I want everyone, and you could be a man, yeah, bye Felicia, Lacey says, right? No stress, bye Felicia, right? You gotta get the stress out of your life, kid. Man or woman, you gotta get the stress out of your life, right? This channel is for all people, but as we move forward, we have to talk about the real problems that are facing our society and our world. And this is something that is not, it's not a oh, this is a rare thing. This is happening bigly, okay? All across the board. This happens to a lot of men. If you are a man, and some people, so you might be what's considered a chosen one or a light worker. There's all these different terms, okay? And random people just sit down to you and tell you their life story. Over the course of my journey, many people sat down next to me, your Uncle Mike, and they just tell me their life story. Here on this channel, I will speak these stories, the unspoken, that they have no one to talk to. They have no one will hear their story. Well, I have a big platform and a big hammer. And I'm going to speak these stories. And please hit the like button so people will hear the story today. We have to hear these stories. We have to share these stories. So many, especially men. Oh, you have to be a man. You have to be tough. And then you're dealing with Jezebel trash in your own home. And these men, they're looking over their shoulder, waiting for half their pension to be stolen. This is authentic ascension. Not, oh, it's a unicorn. This is speak the truth ascension, right? Find purpose. Find your vocation. Show up every day. Make the world better. Speak the truth, even if your voice is not going to even shake anymore. This is the truth right now. Carolina likes my hammer. I'm not in the YouTube studio today, so I don't have the hammer with me. What is the changes? Where does work need to be done? Repair, repair, and restore balance. Okay, so we have to look in the world. Where does work need to be done? Are you seeing some of these things that are happening in society? Where does the work need to be done? There's incoming light that's causing this change. So you might be tired of this. So one of the things, this is going to be story time with your Uncle Mike. We got story time coming. Hit the like button for story time with Uncle Mike. You might be joining us for the first time. You never had story time with Uncle Mike. You get story time with Uncle Mike now. A lot of people that are awakening spiritually, they're ascending. They say, I want to live off grid. I want to live off grid, baby. and they have all these people, they would see a little ant on the floor, right? Do you know what it really takes to live off grid or in the jungle? Do you know? Your Uncle Mike's going to tell you today. So, you know, they have these fantasies in their mind. I'm going to live off grid. I'm going to live off grid. So one of the examples, if everyday life example, right, of not participating in this matrix wheel, why don't you stay away from the satanic ring of Saturn? That's an everyday life way so that you could live off grid. But some people out there, ready? They think that I'm gonna live off grid. I'm gonna live in the jungle. I'm gonna have a house out in the trees, all this other stuff. Yesterday, I went to one of these state parks, and I went to the beach. There was you get two parts to this. You get a beach, and you get a hike trail out in nature in the jungle, right? So I first went to the beach. And it was a big storm yesterday. If you didn't see, your Uncle Mike made a world famous TikTok, right? I put a video up on Patreon and Facebook, so you could check those videos out. TikTok, Facebook, Patreon, links are in the description. I went to the beach, and I took in that energy. It was so powerful. And sometimes you go to the beach, it's not just to get a tan. You are taking the energy from the location. It was so powerful. So that was that side. I went back, and then I went to where the hiking trail is. And your Uncle Mike had to go to the bathroom, okay? So he's in the hiking trail, and he goes off the trail. So now he's off the main trail. And he's in the back over there. And he's, you know, doing his thing. And your Uncle Mike, he looks over to the left. He said, what's that? What is that thing dangling over there? Is that a human is that a human hand dangling from a web? No, no, it wasn't a human hand. It was a big, ginormous friggin' spider. I said, what the heck is that thing over there? These people want to live off the grid, okay? That's not a hand. That's a giant spider, okay? You want to live... Fuck this, I said. I'm out of here, okay? That's what your Uncle Mike said. These people think, okay? There's these spiritual people, right? The real, like, you know, Looney Tunes out there. They're going to live off grid, okay? You want to be in nature. Uncle Mike goes in nature. I saw that thing. That's not a human hand. That's a ginormous spider, okay? Now, we're going home. I said, I'm looking at all the vegetation, and I'm freaking out. There's one over there. There's probably one over there. There's a gigantic spider over there, okay? These people think they're going to live off the grid. Oh, they have a fantasy in there. Meanwhile, they're probably scared of a little ant. I saw this thing yesterday. It wasn't a hand, Light Warriors. It was a giant spider. I took a picture of it. I'll put it up on our other platforms. You look at this picture, okay? And I'm saying there could be a spider there. There could be a giant spider there. There's spiders everywhere out there. It could be anywhere. There's spookables. There's heffalumps. So I can go out in nature every day. But at night, I go home to society. I lock my door, right? Have the guy spray for these things. There ain't gonna be no giant. It was not a it was a human hand size thing, okay? So can you imagine if I went the wrong way and I walked right into that thing? So sometimes we see things that makes a beautiful world. Hit the like button if you're enjoying this right now, okay? This is the truth. There's people out there, okay? They think that they're going to live off grid. I'm going to live off grid, okay? Here on this channel, we have to talk about balance, okay? Every day, right? I get out, I ground, I get out in nature, I get out in the sun. We're out in the sun now. Beautiful, beautiful sun. Every day, you could, my Nana taught me about Ascension. You want to learn about true Ascension? We are learning about true Ascension. If you are learning about true Ascension on this world famous video, please hit the like button and share this video today, okay? She taught me, my Nana, that's a real powerful woman. My Nana was strong. My Nana served the family. My grandfather didn't have to look over his back for my Nana. My Nana, that's a woman. My Nana trained me as a Sigma male growing up. She said, you got to watch out for these Jezebel pieces of trash. That's what my Nana said it. She said it a different way and some Italian words as well. So I grew up. I kept focused. My grandfather said, you got to be alert, Mikey, because they knew this. They knew about this that was going on out there. So my Nana taught me there's a time for this and a time for that. So throughout the day, I want to go out in nature. I go out in nature. And then at night, I go home safe from giant spiders that are the size of a human hand. Okay? You got to learn about these things. This is what's going on out there. Okay? So just like, yeah, the chat is blowing. If you are Italian, if you had an Italian grandmother, a nana, nonna, whatever you called it, that kept you awake and aware from these things. I cannot stress, you know, my mom, authentic parenting. I have a story I've been holding off on. I'll share it maybe later this month for another video. They kept us safe. You're marked safe. You're marked safe from the deception. You're better off. You're taking Ascension. When you are going to go through that activation energy, you have to do it alone. You're giving birth. I gave birth. I did a full video on this. Some people are hearing this, right? Some people get triggered. Men give birth. They hear it out there, but we do. We birth things into the world. You can't do this looking over your shoulder every 5 minutes, curves and swerves. Who's going to stab the knife in my back? If you want to ascend to a higher version of yourself in the light of Christ, we're going to say this, right? You might have to be alone with God. I have no regrets. I said no. I said no to trash every single day. Your Uncle Mike said no. He said no to this. No, this is not right for the society. Whether it's a job, whether it's a covert narcissist, when you put your foot down and you say no, then you're going to see the truth. And then when you want to have respect in your everyday life, you want to have the real strength, right? Give them your absence. Give them your absence. When your job, right? When you, oh, where'd he go? Everything's falling apart. Give them your absence. The people, your friends that want to take advantage of you, give them your absence. This is the effect. You got to rise up. You got to rise up to a higher dimensional plane. That's what we're doing right now. We're rising up to a higher dimensional plane. Give them your absence. This is true ascension. Hit the like button for true ascension. Everyone shared this video today. This is true ascension. Enough of the nonsense. And you see it out there. Listen, there are beautiful people out there on social media that share great things, right? And if a person hears this and gets triggered, it's a reflection of themselves. We work with energy themes on this channel. You know that there's fake people out there, and you know there's real people out there. Discernment, clairsentience. In the end days, there was a guy on YouTube years ago. Who was that guy? Who is that guy? He said you're going to have to use discernment. He said you're going to have to tune in clairsentience, and it lasts the test of time. There's people out there that are going to try to lead you astray. There's people out there that want to steal your God-given gifts. You got to get rid of these people today. Uncle Mike is the boss, right? My mother taught me, not tomorrow, now. Not tomorrow. Don't wait for tomorrow. You got to do it now. Angela, spiritual discernment is beautiful. So many beautiful men and women on this channel. And you'll see this out there. You know, what I'm here to do, it's not easy to achieve balance. I'm achieving balance across the board, right? We have a balance of masculine and feminine energy on this channel. And community. And now, in our everyday lives. True ascension is about achieving balance. True ascension is about becoming the person that you came here to be. True ascension is living in authenticity. And you will never believe how sick you will get if you're not living in authenticity. There was a time period in my life, I thought I needed to be a nice guy. I thought I was going to save everyone. And I wasn't practicing what I preach. I said, you got to be the lighthouse. But it's harder. So many people write in the comment section, but Uncle Mike, what happens when it's in your home? And I know it's difficult if it's a kid, if it's, a mom or a dad. But where, the problems really come in, going back to the beginning of the lesson, it comes from the Decepticons and how they weaponize marriage. And, when I think about that police officer friend, and you might be watching this video right now. I always keep my word. I said, I'm going to speak about this, and you might be a police officer, a public service person, and you might get a good pension. And you had this happen to you. If you are a man or a woman, and a person, or if it happened to you, where people, they try to, use marriage as a weapon to steal. I have personal friends and these are great people. Who will speak up for these people? Who will be the voice for the voiceless? This is true ascension. True ascension is not, let me be cool. Let me be cool on social media. I am pretty cool though, right? Yeah, it's about speaking the truth. It's about tackling the real things. It's not apologizing for being the authentic version of yourself. You can't live your life on eggshells. If you want true ascension, you cannot live your life walking on eggshells. You can't do it. You can't win with them. You can't do it, right? Mike Singletary. Some of you remember Mike Singletary, right? You look up that world famous interview, post-game interview. You can't win with them. You can't do it. You can't win with them. You can't do it. I appreciate that, Grace. I appreciate all the beautiful comments coming in right now. So grateful for all the support for this channel and this community and this message. If the message resonated with you today, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We have daily videos 9 a.m. Eastern time to help you become the best version of yourself in all 3 phases. Last year, there was a very powerful energy that hit the earth, right? And it takes a period of time for the cleansing to happen. Check out yesterday's live stream. So many beautiful comments that shared the authenticity of that message yesterday. You have to stay focused, and you have to start really tapping into yourself. You know, I was talking to a good friend of mine yesterday. You have to be very cautious with your energy right now. Okay, if you want true ascension, you can't burn yourself out. I did a video on there is ascension symptom, and this might sound weird to you, where you feel like your soul, like you're burnt out inside, right? Burnt out. Check out that video on the channel page. You have to be cautious. You have to be strategic where you're placing your energy at this time. You have to give 0. Ready? You have to give 0, F-U-C-K-S, and move forward. Right? Otherwise, you're going to lose yourself. The enemy wants you to lose yourself. The enemy wants to steal and destroy. They want to steal your gifts. But they can't do it because you are in alignment with God, and God flows through the actual DNA strands that you have. People are going to get triggered. True ascension. I have the power of Christ. Embrace it. Know it. And trolls and narcissists, he said this. Little parrots out there, because they don't understand, and that's okay. But if I'm going to lead millions of people, right, it's happening right now. I can't walk on eggshells. I can't apologize for being truthful. I can't apologize for sharing the things, right? When I started this channel, I shared about the 528 hertz frequency, the miracle tone, and how I watched Nikola Tesla, The Secrets of Vibration and Frequency. And a lot of people have been on this channel the whole time, and they could see authenticity. There's no teleprompter. There's no cut the video, edit the video 7 times. I could pick up the phone, and I could just go. And that shows authenticity. And there's other people that do this as well. These are the signs of you want to see who's authentic. You want to see who the BS artists are out there. There's many spiritual traps out there. I'll be putting together a playlist that will keep you marked safe from the spiritual traps. I'm going to put all those videos together on the playlist. It will be on the channel page. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you being here. The greatest support of all. I will show up every day. If you show up every day and kindly hit the like button, and please hit the subscribe button if you have not done so already. That is what I ask for, and I will continue to show up every day and make better and better content. Is the content getting better and better? Let us know in the comments, right? And this is what's called in science a positive feedback loop. We're looping the energy, positive energy, back and forth. I'm so grateful for all of you. You could become the best version of yourself, who you truly are. And I also did a full video on that. That's the true ascension. Who you truthfully are is coming to the surface. Who you were last year and the year before, it might have been a collection of subconscious programs. You might have been living in fear. You might have been living with anxiety. But when the fear and the anxiety leave your everyday life and the people could see who you truthfully are, you can't live your life walking on eggshells. I love you. I love you all. I appreciate you. Share this video. Leave a comment. If any part of the video today resonated with you, leave a comment. Share your stories. Do you know people that were taken advantage of? Let's raise awareness. Please write Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. People aren't talking about it. This is a month for men's mental health. I'm not seeing people. I'll take the charge. That's what my nana used to say. I'll do it. She said everyone was sitting around looking at each other, right? The strong, and she'd knock everyone out of the way. She'd say, "I'll do it," right? So I take a piece of my nana with me, right? That's a powerful woman. I bring that mother bird energy. Got to have mother bird, right? So it's powerful men, it's powerful women, it's balance. You're going to speak things and people are going to nitpick a little piece of what you said, and they're going to try to slander you, and they're going to put a spin on it, right? I move forward in the light of Christ, every single day. This is true ascension. I love you all. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you all. We're on TikTok, Patreon, Facebook. New videos every day, every platform. Keep going. I love you all. And there will be posts that are related to this message today up on those platforms. So keep going. I love you all. And please share this video. Share it. Share the heck out of it. Just hit the share button. Share it everywhere. Sharing is caring. All right? I appreciate you. Love you all. And bye for